everyone. This is Kristin Brindley with DC Metro Real Producers. Thank you so much for being with us, Rob Mercer.
It's my great pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you are a valued partner. We just ran your partner spotlight, and Rob's been in the business for 30 years and is a wealth of experience, top 1% for 10 years plus in the industry. And he also is president, the human side, like he was also president of the Rotary Club in Bethesda this past year, and really gives back. He's a great person and partners with a lot of top agents. And so I'm happy to have Rob on and talk to him about, why did you become a lender? I mean, you're a really smart guy. You could do anything. Like, tell us, what it is that you do, and did you always think you'd be a lender? Yeah.
Well, I got out of college and I was really sputtering around. I was waiting tables, I was DJing, I was a bartender, and I knew I wanted to get into sales. And I was hired to sell pagers at one point and a brand new technology called facsimile machines. That was back in the late 80s. And it was frustrating because I really couldn't find my way. And I had a friend who seemed to be doing pretty well. He was driving a nice car, and I asked him how he was making things happen. And he told me about being a loan officer. I honestly, I was 22 years old. I never had a mortgage, didn't really know how it all worked, but I talked my way into getting hired. And I was a rookie for 1989, 1990. About 3 or 4 years later, I kind of hit my stride. I had met a lot of realtors and started to get a fair amount of referrals and became a manager about 7 years into my career. I'll share with you that, I was branch manager of the year for one of my companies. I had 18 loan officers in a company, American Home Mortgage in Greenbelt, Maryland, and life seemed pretty good. And then 2007 hit. The end of 2007, early 2008, our company, like many others, declared bankruptcy. And I was very lucky to find my current company, First Home Mortgage. I've been there ever since, so 13 years with First Home Mortgage. And it wasn't, I had a bit of a search criteria, but I got really lucky. It's a great company. It's a perfect fit for me. And, they're going to have to drag me out of my office for me to leave First Home Mortgage.
So tell us a little bit about exactly what it is you do, because you work with top agents and you also run the office. Like, you wear a few hats.
Yeah, I think just in general, being a loan officer is you wear a lot of hats. You have multiple jobs. There's the sales part, and some folks are really good at that, and that is meeting realtors, meeting prospective clients, and that's my favorite part of the job. I love networking. Then there is finding the right product for their borrowers. Doing a thorough job and a detailed pre-approval where you're really practicing what you preach. You're reviewing all documents and making sure that there's no obstacles in the way of getting financing. You do that as far in advance as you're able to. Once it becomes a loan, you manage your team in the transaction. You make sure that things get done on time. You meet the contingencies. You keep in touch with everybody. You communicate well. You let them know if there's problems and how you're going to fix those problems. You get to settlement, and you keep in touch with everybody after closing to make sure that they remain your client for life and know you're there if they have questions once they're in the home. So again, a bunch of hats. My manager side is trying to nurture, develop loan officers' businesses with the experience that I kind of bring to the table.
So now let's get to like the real dirt, the stuff people really want to hear about. What has been, your biggest challenge? Like, people are tuning in to hear, how do you get business, and what's been your biggest challenge?
So I kind of hate to admit it because I like it so much, but my biggest challenge is getting out and meeting people. So you kind of are a victim of your success. You go out and you tell everybody, send me business. And then the job's really evolved to where you have to review all that documentation. So you're looking at tax returns and you're looking at pay stubs and bank statements, and that takes a fair part of your day. If you want to be good, you have to do the hard work. So, I find myself putting in many more hours working on the leads and the loans that I'm processing versus shaking hands and hopefully after this coronavirus, going out for a beer or a cup of coffee. And that's what I really like to do. So that's my biggest challenge. And, call me if you want to grab a beer. I'll be there for you.
Hey, you're fun to have a beer with. We might have done that. What do you think's been most rewarding for you, and what makes you different?
So this is goofy maybe, but rewarding for me is after doing this 30 years, it's the testimonial at the end of the process. I mean, I think people want to hear me say, I enjoy helping people achieve their dreams of home ownership, and sure, that's super fun. And I get a thrill out of that, but it comes usually in the form of a testimonial where people say, I'm so glad I was referred to Rob. He did a great job. I love when they say, I talked to two other lenders first and decided Rob was my man. And I think everything comes from that. If you get positive testimonials, you're going to get more referrals. You're going to develop stronger relationships with the realtor who referred those people to you. So, and you're going to make a little money doing the loan. So for me, it's all about getting that 5-star review. Please give me the 5-star review is what I'm working for.
So what sets you apart? Like, how do you find clients? Tell us about, how you enjoy finding clients.
So I'm always asking for the referral. I get referrals from previous clients, and I get referrals from partners, mostly realtors. I would say 80% of the referrals I get through referral partners, those partners are realtors. And the rest may be a financial planner or a CPA or again, previous clients. But the thing that I like to do is find like-minded realtors who say, I want to create a team. I want to say, I'm gonna let that insurance agent and that title company and that loan officer do what they do best, and I'm going to provide them with an endorsement on my side. If I were buying a house, I would call Rob. He really does a good job, and you can trust him. I want people to trust me. So I want to be the partner that realtors can trust to give their clients to. It'll get done efficiently, it'll get done on time, and they'll look good. They can go out and sell other houses because I'm doing their loan. They don't have to worry about it, is what I strive to be.
Yeah, so they can trust you to get it done, and you do your part, and I love that. I see a lot of great partnerships that way in the real estate industry. I think that's fantastic. So tell me, so I know it's mostly referral based, like, do you advertise, and what does that look like?
So my answer might be surprising as well. So the purpose of my advertising, it's always neat to get a lead through advertising. Somebody says, I saw that you're a loan officer. I'm buying a house 3 months from now. Can you help me out? That by the way, is pretty valuable to me because I can funnel those back to my referral partners. But my main goal with advertising is to attract more referral partners. I want them to see my contact information, see my experience, my longevity in the business, and I want them to feel like maybe I would fit into what their business plans are and help them. So I love getting my contact information out there, and I'm hoping, realtors and other referral partners will say, this guy might be worth meeting.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you here at Real Producers as well, Rob. Like, you're a valued partner.
What can I say, Kristin? I love Real Producers because it is. I'm old. I'm 54 years old, so I don't know.
You're not old.
Yeah, but I don't know. Using the internet, using the social media is kind of fun for me. I have a good time with it. If you're a Facebook friend or want to be, let me know. But really, Real Producers is my window to who I know all the names. I know all the top loan realtor names, but it's hard for me to meet them. So it's really neat. And I thank Real Producers for allowing me that sort of introduction. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's a relationship platform, and we have, the best partners and the best agents getting together, so I appreciate you being part of it. So everyone has like this thing that's either been their best habit, or have a mentor, or they have an attitude or something that's a secret weapon that has helped create a ton of success. And what is that for you? Like, what's your thing?
Yeah, well, I have two. The first is that you mentioned mentor, which I'm really lucky. I mean, I've had 3 that I can think of, 3 people in my career that took me under their wing, whether they wanted to or not. I made them take me under their wing. And they gave to me so much time, so much experience. And it's funny, my very first manager, I didn't remember that. I didn't really respect the fact that he had given me that for probably 15 years. I found him. He's out of the mortgage business. I wrote him a letter. I sent it to his house thanking him because it took that much time, maybe me being in the position I'm in now, to realize that having a great mentor is everything. Otherwise, you're flailing away for years. So, find great mentors, hang on to them. I also, about 5 years ago, I had a mortgage coach say, what's your process for every single loan? And I kind of stumbled through, well, sometimes I do this, and I often do this, and I wish I did this. And we whiteboarded out the 76 points in which I want to touch the realtor, the loan, the borrower, what I want to do from lead through post-closing. And what it's allowed me to do is I never lose a lead. I mean, people give me a call and I work it. I thank the right people. I get the pre-approval done. I do a video pre-approval letter. I do, all this stuff. And the realtors are finding that those people stay with them because I'm making sure that everybody's connected throughout the process. So I call it the fantastic voyage after the 1975 Lakewood hit. Fantastic voyage. So that's my shtick. I really think that's my unique. Everybody says they do it, but we really do it.
No, that's fantastic. Never losing a lead. That's the biggest, that's the biggest hurdle for, I feel like, a lot of people, in business, period. And I know you're a busy guy and we appreciate you having you on today. What is a typical day? Like, I know a lot of days are different, right? But what does a typical day look like for you? And, especially like even right now too, right? Like during this interesting time that we're in. Well, what's a day for you?
Yeah, this is different. This is put on a nice shirt and sweatpants because nobody can see my sweatpants. And I come downstairs and it's amazing how this situation's changed me. I mean, I'm on call all day, every day, which is okay, and I'm on the computer. My team is crazy efficient right now. I mean, we are getting loans approved faster than we ever have, just because I kind of think I'm the distraction. Maybe I'm the water cooler guy or whatever, because they're at home. I'm not bothering them. We're communicating through email, and we're really banging out loans, which is great. Typically, I recently have learned to time block. I know that sounds silly because everybody says, yeah, I do that or whatever. So I do it. There's
a difference between doing it and doing it well, right? Like, it sounds like you're doing it well now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, my Outlook pops up and it tells me I should be calling realtors to give them statuses on their loans. And now I actually do it. So I time block. By the way, what I didn't get for a long time is time block your personal time too. So if you want to spend time with your family, if you're, going to an event, you put that on there and you work around it. So, that time blocking has helped me figure out every day is different, but every day is planned in advance. And that's really super helpful for me.
That's fantastic. What's the next big step in your business? So like, if you're what's going to be different, say 1 to 5 years? And I know during this time, it's even special to ask that question, right? But like, what vision do you see?
So, I really feel like loan officers, I'm probably insulting a few of them by saying, they kind of go off to the elephant graveyard at the end of their careers. They just sort of fade away. They do less loans, and one day their desk is empty. And I don't want to be that guy. I want to leave a legacy, as silly as that sounds. I want to move from a high personal volume to mentoring new loan officers. I want to train new loan officers. I want to help people grow their careers. So I still want to do loans. I want to have great partnerships with realtors, and I want to do their loans. And at the same time, I want to build a branch of well-trained and really professional loan officers.
Wonderful. Yeah, I could totally see it. You're passionate about it too. You were talking about teaching and helping people grow in legacy earlier, and I was inspired. So, if people want to get a hold of you to be part of your team or anything, I think we should put like your info right here.
Sure.
We'll also make sure that's on all the social media stuff too. We want to make sure people can get a hold of you for that. Absolutely. Is there anything you want to share with the real producers or with people to work with real producers with success? Is there any tips or things you want to share with them?
Make the invisible visible, and it'll help your career. Well, again, find out why you're advertising, and customize your ad to that. If you're asking for, clients, if you want first-time home buyers, that should be what you have. If you want, if you're a loan officer looking for, the pre-approval, is that where your business starts in your mind? Then advertise for that and talk with Kristin about customizing your ad to really draw those people to you. In terms of just talking to the crowd, I love a quote, and it's certainly not that incredible, but I always say to the people I am training, make the invisible visible. And I didn't know what that meant, and now I do. You're good. You're good at your jobs. You do a lot of stuff, but don't make yourself a commodity in the minds of your clients by thinking every realtor, every loan officer, every insurance agent does that. Find a way to let them know how hard you're working for them in a way that's not offensive or aggressive, but you want to stand out by not doing so much behind the scenes that nobody knows about. You want to let them know all that you're doing for them to set you apart. So
I love that. Thank you so much, Rob. Well, you all heard it here at Real Producers, and thanks very much for being with us, Rob.
It's my great pleasure. Thank you, everybody.